Chapter 5, Divers Claps of Thunder Fall on Mame Bougon by Victor Hugo from the book Les Miserables. On the following day, Mame Bougon, as Courfeyrac styled the old portress principal tenant, housekeeper of the Gorbeau hovel Mame Bougon, whose name was in reality Madame Bergen as we have found out, but this iconoclast Courfeyrac respected nothing. Mame Bougon observed with stupefaction that M. Marius was going out again in his new coat. He went to the Luxembourg again, but he did not proceed further than his bench midway of the alley. He seated himself there, as on the preceding day, surveying from a distance and clearly making out the white bonnet, the black dress, and above all that blue light. He did not stir from it, and only went home when the gates of the Luxembourg closed. He did not see M. Leblanc and his daughter retire. He concluded that they had quitted the garden by the gate on the Rue de l'Ouest. Later on, several weeks afterwards, when he came to think it over, he could never recall where he had dined that evening. On the following day, which was the 3rd, Mame Bougon was thunderstruck. Marius went out in his new coat. 3 days in succession, she exclaimed. She tried to follow him, but Marius walked briskly and with immense strides. It was a hippopotamus undertaking the pursuit of a chamois. She lost sight of him in 2 minutes and returned breathless, 3/4 choked with asthma and furious. "If there is any sense," she growled, "in putting on one's best clothes every day and making people run like this." Marius betook himself to the Luxembourg. The young girl was there with M. Leblanc. Marius approached as near as he could, pretending to be busy reading a book, but he halted afar off, then returned and seated himself on his bench, where he spent 4 hours in watching the house sparrows who were skipping about the walk, and who produced on him the impression that they were making sport of him. A fortnight passed thus. Marius went to the Luxembourg no longer for the sake of strolling there, but to seat himself always in the same spot, and that without knowing why. Once arrived there, he did not stir. He put on his new coat every morning for the purpose of not showing himself, and he began all over again on the morrow. She was decidedly a marvellous beauty. The only remark approaching a criticism that could be made was that the contradiction between her gaze, which was melancholy, and her smile, which was merry, gave a rather wild effect to her face, which sometimes caused this sweet countenance to become strange without ceasing to be charming.